Hey guys, it's Rebellion here and welcome back to World of Warships. Now today I have got a Gneisenau replay, there we go. Now this is from the last season of Ranked. The one that's just gone by, not the one that starts probably yesterday by the time this video goes out. So, the Gneisenau, this is secondary spec as well. It had my Bismarck captain on it, has 128 millimeter secondaries, one less turret than the Bismarck, and also the guns I don't think are as long. So the Gneisenau, it has torpedoes, only one launcher per side with launches 3 and a 6-kilometer range. I do like that New Orleans camo, I will say that much. I'm still unfortunately down with the Pensacola, which I'm having fun with, but it's not been as much fun as the Gneisenau or the Bismarck. The Bayern was, for me, a struggle. I just couldn't get to grips with it because the guns weren't that punchy. They had inconsistent damage, and it, for me, just wasn't a good ship. It was too slow. Honestly, that's why I've been struggling with the American battleships. Torpedoes have reloaded. I'm just looking at the Gneisenau. It is a very, very beautiful ship. Not as beautiful as the Bismarck. Okay, so I've been detected. I think I'm going to put it in chat. Yep, put it in chat. So the difference between ranked and random is there's less people and it is highly competitive. I did had a game where a Nagato basically just tried to screw us over. Okay, so shots out at the Mayhan. Someone else is shooting at me. Scored a hit on the Mayhan as well. So my secondaries only have an 8-kilometer range on the Gneisenau compared to 11.3 on the Bismarck. So the enemy Fiji, I think it's the Leon or the Fiji. Nope, it's neither of those. It can't be the Fiji that's firing high explosive. So loaded armor piercing and shots out against the Leon. Pop my heel because I don't want to waste. Ooh, our cat's just been hit. So, 7,900 damage to the Leon. Our cat is not having much fun, but there is the Mayhem. Secondaries obviously don't have the range. Main guns, however, have the range. I'm still firing armor piercing, but armor piercing is actually very good against DDs. If you can hit them in the rear, by the time it was going to go out the front, it will have exploded and will have done full damage. But I still like using high explosive against them. So he's about to go into a smoke screen, and he goes down to the ACAT. Now the enemy Leon. More shots out. We only have 6 barrels in 3 turrets, so unfortunately this thing is more like a shotgun. The Mayhem managed to torpedo our ACAT though, which should never have happened. Gonna get another shot against Leon. Now those torpedoes started to concern me
Torpedoes off
quite a
Steuerbord.
bit. Only an over-penetration on the Leon, but the torpedoes have run out. So we're trying to take some more shots against the Leon. Honestly, it probably would have been better to start shooting at the King George V. As he is broadside, I could do more damage. But it's easier in hindsight to say what I could have done, and now the Fiji is shooting at me, and the Bliskovica. Now, the Blisker I'm not that concerned about. I know he has an 8-kilometre range, but unless he's running a good enough captain and has concealment expert, which not a lot of people do have, unless they've had their Blisker for quite a while. There's the Fiji, sat still, so I put some speculative shots out against him. I'm not wanting to travel up too far. Only got an overpen, so that's 1,100 damage, roughly. There's the King George, who is still firing at me. Pop the rear turret away, sorry. And one of our torpedoes has gone down, but it's not destroyed, thankfully. The enemy Scharnhorst is there. And there's the Blisker. I expect these popped some torpedoes at me. Don't know why I fired them. It's never going to hit because there's no there. And now I am in all kinds of trouble because I've sailed out too far. And I'm giving broadside to all these ships. Now we are. So pop some shots away against the Leon. And the enemy Blisker is shooting at me because it knows that my secondaries don't have the range. But the rank sprint this time is tier 8, so I'm going to have some fun in my Bismarck. Try and get the captain up. Secondaries are opening up. I feel like he is probably just launching torpedoes. More high explosive spam, so I am turning away. Turrets honestly can't keep up, which is why I start slowing my turn in. Pop some shots out. Try just to get some hit there. Try to get some hits on him. Haven't managed it. Secondaries haven't managed it either, and now I'm on fire in 2 places. So I use my damage con because I'm trying to get out of range of all of these. The Blisker can't keep me spotted, so I'm spotted by something else, which is that King George V. So he's starting to reverse, pop some shots. He's obviously doing the British battleship thing of spamming high explosive, which is highly annoying, as now I'm on fire again. My guns just haven't seemed to do the damage. And 5 minutes? 7 minutes? 7.5 minutes into this, we've only done 25,000 damage, and both sides have only lost 1 ship. The red turret hits the island, but we've only got 4 shots out. The Blisker is going against the Jervis and sinks the New Orleans. I'm staying down this island. Now the Jervis should be able to defeat the Bliskovica very easily. All turrets out against the Leon. And we managed to get the kill on the Leon. King George V is still shooting at me. We're only up to 30,000 damage. The Fiji pops out. That was not the Fiji. That's the Fiji. So I send up my fighters, just to try and spot them. There's the Fiji. But he's disappeared into his smoke screen. The enemies have lost a battleship and both of their destroyers. We've only lost a destroyer and a cruiser. It has taken almost 10 minutes for more than 2 ships to die. And there's the enemy Scharnhorst. I'm still sat here, waiting to heal. Probably not the greatest idea ever. I could have got stuck in, but then again, I also could have got sunk, which is the reason why I did it, to keep myself in the game, as honestly, being ahead in ships is primarily what you want to do. The more ships you have, the more damage you can do. There's the New Orleans, he keeps sneaking out. Still only at 30,000 damage and halfway through this game. I need to start picking this up. So what's the first thing I'm going to do? I'm going to get out from behind this island. So our Gneisenau, sorry, our other friendly Gneisenau is going up against the Scharnhorst. Scharnhorst's torpedoes don't have the range. He's about to sail into secondary range for me. And we only get one penetration that doesn't do anything. His torpedoes have run out, my secondary is about to start opening up on him. And we're about to pull an Otzer. We've lost the torpedoes on here. I don't even remember when. So let's slow down. Now our Jervis is going to get the kill with his torpedo. No, he isn't. He's missed. So those torpedoes are better. No, Jervis going with a fire. The Fiji starts poking out. Shots out against the Fiji. Sank the Fiji. And now they're down to the New Orleans and the King George V. So we're reversing off the island. The Gneisenau's about to go down to the King George V. His fires, I think. He's about to get hit again. Yeah, he's going to go down. So the King George V sinks the Gneisenau. We get some speculative shots out against the King George V, who was stationary, and we are rewarded with an overpen. These guns are a mixed bag. Not very accurate, but when they hit, they can do large amounts of damage. The ship itself is quite fast, but the Gneisenau in this configuration is not actually historically accurate. The Scharnhorst is the historically accurate version of the ship. The Gneisenau was in port getting a refit to these guns when I think it was hit by the RAF, so it basically couldn't be used anymore. No, the Scharnhorst got sunk. Well, a lot of the German ships got sunk. Except for the Prinz Eugen, which eventually got sunk, but that was by the Americans during one of their nuclear tests. I think it was the... oh, I don't even know. But the Prinz Eugen got sunk by that, so the Nagato. Someone launched a spotter aircraft, there's the New Orleans, takes some speculative shots against that. And dispersion screws us, but we still do 5,000 damage. To 40k. We've just capped. Well, assisted in capture. The New Orleans just gets out of line of sight as quickly as possible. It is now 3 versus 2. If I wasn't here, it'd be 2 versus 2, and we might not have pulled it off. We have Colorado, and we also have another New Orleans on our port side. Just waiting for that King George V, but the King George V is going to sink that New Orleans because he's showing broadside. Almost. Yeah, this battle happened almost a week ago, so remembering what happened is interesting. The King George V is showing broadside. I tried to push him, do 10k damage, he's now down to 5,000. I start turning in. King George V is about to go down. Got the kill with secondary, so close quarters expert up to 50,000 health. and the New Orleans has just popped out just a little bit too far. Citadel on the New Orleans, he's down to 53 hit points, and our friendly New Orleans gets him. I do not have the end plates, but this was a very good battle. I think it was this one that I was meant to show you, but all in all, you can see exactly what the Gneisenau can do in ranked. It wasn't the battle I was supposed to do, but I'm still going to put this up because it was a very good battle and I had some very interesting parts. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, give it the thumbs up. If you want to help support this channel, then why not subscribe? Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.